Okay, please switch on your camera so we can take a photo all together for the attendance for this morning. Okay? Sige. We'll take a photo all together. 1, 2, 3. Isa pa. Sandali. Bago tayo mag-picture ulit, Edward and who's this? 11, Dumlao. Please wear your proper uniform, ha? Please wear a shirt, okay? That's not allowed in my class, okay? Sige. Magsuot muna ng shirt, okay? Okay, sige. While we're waiting for the others, so welcome to your Practical Research 1 online class. I think we met the other day face to face, but now we shall have our online class. Okay. Let me just share my screen to everyone. I am also recording it so that your other classmates may be able to view this lecture of ours today, and hopefully I'll be posting it and later on in our learning management system with Wella and in St. Patrick's School YouTube, okay, so that you may be able to view it. I hope all of you are doing good on a rainy Wednesday morning. Let me just share my slide. Okay, so again, you know already the subject. This is Practical Research 1, and we will be talking about the qualitative research. You know who I am already. I have given my email address just in case you'd like to ask any questions, or if, let's say, you will be absent in my class, please be able to email me so that I will be informed. Okay, now let's start our discussion by giving you out three thought-provoking questions to engage you in imagining a world without research. So again, imagine a world without research. The first question is that what interventions or discoveries might never have existed if no one ever conducted research? So tingin ninyo, what if there was no invention of, let's say, transportations? What do you think will happen to us today? Or anything. Let's say, what do you think will happen to us if there was no cure for COVID-19 or the COVID-19 virus? Lance, what do you think?
Um, I'll try. Will die.
We'll all die. Most likely because of the pandemic. Remember during that time we had difficulty. No, we can't go out of our house. Oh, we just had to stay. Imagine for 2 long years, we had to stay at home and it was difficult. Only until such time that the vaccine has been invented or the researchers had finally found the cure for COVID-19, then that was the time that we can already go out. Of course, if there are no transportation, we cannot go to school. Imagine traveling from if you're within the community of St. Patrick's School, let's say you're just around near the block, you can just walk going to school. But imagine me, I'm living in Mandaluyong. I have to walk from Mandaluyong going to Project 8. By the time that I reach here, siguro gabi na, no? Tapos na yung klase. So, these are some of the things that might happen later on. Or discoveries might not have ever existed if no one ever conducted research. What if they weren't able to invent this online learning? It will be difficult for us. Okay? We will have to have the traditional way of learning in school. Right? But because of the pandemic, okay, what happened to us is that it's a new way of learning. You are seated in your room, okay, listening to your teacher, okay, in the comfort of your house. That never happened to me during my time. I had to go every day in school, okay, for how many years? But now you're given the chance. What if, let's say, there was no discovery of medicine for specific illness, for those with hypertension, for those with heart disease, for those, let's say, patients with stroke? eventually, Lance was correct in saying that wala na, patay na. Okay? We move to the next question. How would society solve problems like climate change or health crisis without research to guide our decisions? Imagine the ozone layer has been depleted because of pollution. And how are we able to solve it? By limiting, the use of uh, the gas, okay, for cars, okay, and the use of uh, petroleum. Okay. That's why now we are slowly converting our vehicles to electric, hybrid. And even in, for example, the many other environmental issues that we have. The only way for us to be able to solve that problem, for example, yung mga pollution of the soil. There has been a plant, or actually a tree, that was discovered, a native plant in the Philippines that could absorb, okay, yung mga chemicals sa soil. And that's very good. And that's research based. Okay? How are we able to solve um, yung diseases such as cancer? They say research now is being conducted about the intake of herbal medicine. Now, recently there was a researchers in UP. Nakakatawa to. The research in UP, they're doing a research, and also the researchers at De La Salle University, they have, let me just type that. They have been able to have discovered, okay, a medicinal tree, which is called bayag usa. Now, from the very word, it appears to the leaves, and the fruit itself appears to look like a testicle, okay, of a deer. And they say that the leaves can actually be used to cure many diseases like cancer, kidney diseases, and that is because of research. Okay, salamat sa research. No? And even, for example, because of research, we may be able to do policies or guidelines, okay? Like the Clean Air Act in the Philippines. Or now, you would be able to see less vehicles na yung mausok. No? Pag may nakita ko yung mausok na vehicle, that means that it's either a jeepney, an old jeepney, or an old car. But rarely can you find na mausok yung tambucho ng isang sasakyan today. Now, the last one is that what would education and learning be like if there's no new knowledge that was ever created or discovered? Okay. It might be boring, no? Walang bago eh. And that's why you're going to school. Kaya ka pumapasok because you'd like to be able to learn something new. Things that you haven't learned when you were in grade 10, that now you're going to be able to learn in grade 11 in preparation for your college or your university degree. You are now leveling up. You're adding up new knowledge that will equip you later on to your future or your future jobs. And that's why you need to be able to take up your senior high school. So imagine, no, if yung mga bagay na yun has not been discovered, it will really be very difficult. Now let's do this unfreezing activity. I'd like you to name the word to introduce or recall mga research concepts that you have in mind, because I'm not going to talk about yet yung what is research, ganyan. We'll talk about it later on. So there are pictures and there are words for you to be able to answer. So hopefully the words in this game are synonymous to our topic, which is research. So let's see. The first word, I'm going to give you a clue. What do you call a major academic paper that presents your research? Anyone from the class can answer. Ano daw tawag dito sa major academic paper that presents your research? Some of you did this in your grade 10. Okay? Anong tawag doon? Okay, it starts with the letter T. Anyone?
Thesis po.
Oh, very good, Edward. Okay, very good. It's called a thesis. Ayan. So for your practical research 1, which is qualitative research, gagawa kayo ng thesis. Individual thesis lang ang gagawin ninyo. But of course, you don't have to be afraid because I will be here to help you out. Okay? I will guide you in creating your own thesis paper at the end of the semester. Okay, very good, Edward. Let's move on. Another clue. The information you collect during the study. What do you call this information that you collect during your study? Ano tawag doon?
Data po.
Very good. Who is this? Regine? Okay, it's
Yes.
called the data. Very good. Next is, what do you call the process to investigate and discover a new knowledge? Ano itong gagawin natin? What do you call this process to investigate and discover a new knowledge? Remember, we started, no? If we don't do blank, this is what will happen to us. One of your classmate Lance said we're going to die if we don't do what? Lance, would you want to answer? Sige, go ahead, Lance.
Is it research?
Yes, it's research. Very good. Okay, so very, very easy, huh? It's very easy. Next, what do you call the whole group you want to study? In doing your research, no, you would want to be able to get this one. Kailangan mo to eh. And what do you call this whole group that you want to study? It starts with the letter P. Anyone? And ends with the letter N.
Population.
Go ahead, Lance. Regine. Population. I've heard the word. Correct. Next, what do you call copying others' work without credit? Kunyari, kinat and paste mo lang yung work mo, okay, without notifying the owner or without citing. What do you call this act? Judy, sige, try. Judy, you can unmute your microphone.
Plagiarism po.
Plagiarism. Ayan. That's a mortal sin in research. I've been telling the class and I told you before, if you don't own the information, you better cite it. Kailangan yung i-cite yun. Okay? Kasi we will have problems later on. Baka makasuhan tayo and that is against the law. Plagiarism. And what do you call permission from the participants to conduct research? What do you call this one? You need to ask what? What do you call this word wherein permission coming from the participants? Regine, can you try?
Consent po.
It's called consent, that's correct, but it's actually called informed consent. You cannot interview someone without their permission. So you will be doing that later on. You will have to write a letter. I will have to check your letter. Okay? Tapos yung participant nyo would have to be able to agree, okay, that you are allowing them for them to be interviewed by you. Okay, tama, informed consent. And what about this one? The picture would actually tell us of what research is all about. Anyone from the class? Sino kayang manghula? It's actually called research is output. Okay? So research is oftentimes called an output because it results in the new knowledge, discoveries, or innovations. Of course, this would contribute to a particular field, in the field of science, in the field of business, and in the academic, scientific, and professional context, the process of conducting research leads to a product, okay? Produkto or an output. Ano yung mga product? Of course, research papers or an article, presentation to a conference or talks, which hopefully, sana lahat kayo makapag-present in a local and international conference. Okay? There can be patents. Kailangan nyo i-register yan sa intellectual property rights. Okay? Or in the article, you will have to register it as you are the sole author. Of course, the products can be in books or even reports. And it can be later on a software or a prototype. Now, these are all tangible or measurable deliverables. Okay? Nakikita, nahahawakan. Now, why is the output important for research? Of course, this is very important also for the school because it means that the school is doing very good in terms of training its students to come up with new information or to add on to the new body of knowledge. So that's the output. And what about this picture? Research refers to what? Anyone? Sige, ako yung sasagot yung sa sarili kong ginawa ulit. It's called education. Okay? So why is research connected to education? Yun yung palagi tanong, no? Bakit konektado to sa education? They're saying because for mutual reinforcement of learning and discovery. Education teaches existing knowledge, while research, it generates, it creates new knowledge. When students are exposed to research like you, okay, you don't just learn the facts, but you learn how the knowledge is created, how the knowledge is questioned, and how that knowledge will later on be refined. Meaning, when you present your research and your proposal or your final defense, alam mo yung data mo. Hindi kayo manghuhula. And that's why even if the panelists ask so many questions about your paper, you're able to answer it. You're able to get it from, let's say, your review of related literature from what you have written in your paper. So research is connected to education because educators later on and even students would be included later on in would be contributing to the activities of daily living. Next is education is a foundation for doing research. Research relies on our knowledge, our skills, and the methods taught through education. Anong ginagawa sa atin yan? For our critical thinking, our analytical skills, and the difficult part is the methodology on how we are able to be guided on how to write the paper. Okay? Now, research is connected to education because it fosters a mindset of curiosity and skepticism. Meaning, we ask questions for us to be clarified. And that's why in doing your research, you ask questions. Actually, that's the first step for the process of doing research. You pose a question. Okay? You ask a question. For example, why is it that the sky is dark? Or why is it gloomy today? Eh sir, kasi may paparating na bagyo. Okay? And if I asked you, how sure are you na may paparating na bagyo? Eh, of course, you're going to tell me because it's in the news. Pag-asa said that there's an upcoming typhoon. Okay? Sir, also, it's dark because it's going to rain. And there are explanations to that. And that's why when we talk about research or your practical research, one, you're going to be immersed with the principles and the process of doing a qualitative inquiry. You will explore how meaning is constructed from experiences of the participants that you're going to interview, your social interactions with them, and the cultural practices. You will be doing an activity later on where I'm going to assign some of you sitting. I'll just assign you to sit in the canteen. I will assign one of you to sit in the laboratory. Let's say doon sa may entrance, in the gym, in the different parts of the school. Ang gagawin nyo, you're just going to sit there for an hour and you will just observe. And you'll be able to write down what you have observed using your five senses. Your sense of touch, okay? Your sense of sight, your smell, okay? Your hearing, okay? And the others. At isusulat nyo yun. Okay? Nakita nyo, maraming dumadaan. Kunyari, I've asked to sit in the bleachers doon sa gym. Nakita nyo, daming dumadaan. May maraming senior high school students na hindi nagpupulot ng mga bottled waters or iniiwan lang yung paper cup. Okay, when they're eating, you will have to be able to put that. Okay, so that's one process that you will be doing later on to enhance your skills. Now we go to the next page. Okay, so you will have to be able to later on understand the process of doing research on how to do your frameworks, okay? Ethical considerations. You will have to do later on data gathering, data analysis, and later on to check whether the data that you've created is clear. So these are some of the learning outcomes. And marami to. This is around 7. Okay. An ethically sound qualitative study, okay, the sampling technique, okay, that you will be doing. Ano ba yung common sampling technique that you will be doing in a qualitative research? You will have to be able to put it there. Okay. Then you have to manage the raw data systematically. Mag-interview, i-record, isusulat. Okay. But of course, there's confidentiality to it. Hindi mo po pwedeng ikwento yun sa iba because there's an informed consent that you're going to be able to use it for purely research. So you're going to do coding, categorizing, and later on interpreting the data. And trustworthiness of your data. Sigurado ka ba na authentic yan? Okay? You're going to make sure that it's authentic because you will be using a word called triangulation. Yung triangulation, your data is based on, of course, the interview, the documents collected, and you ask again the participants to valid or to certify that the answers to the questions are the ones that they have answered. So, ayan, welcome to our research class. And sabi nila, it's more fun to do research. Sabi nung iba. But again, research is difficult. But the normal reactions of students, ganito. Hindi nga, we. Okay? Yan ang normal reaction. But when you go seriously on what research is, okay, we would try to be theoretical about it. No? It's a systematic investigation into the study of the materials, the sources, for us to be able to excuse me, establish the facts and research new conclusions, to discover new or collect old informations. We will be doing it scientifically. So when we talk about research, meaning to search, means again and again. And that's why sometimes we collect data, we collect journal articles, information. Minsan, di naman konektado doon sa study na gagawin mo. But that's fine. And that's why you have the abstract. In the abstract, you will have to read, it's like a summary of the actual research. So that's why you don't have to read the entire paper or the entire thesis or dissertation. So pag nabasa mo doon sa summary nun, in the abstract, or you can just put it aside if it's not worth it in terms of your research. So research would include collecting, organizing, and evaluating your data. So this systematic approach concerning generalization and the formulation of theory is also research. So again, what we do when we have a question or a problem we want to resolve, that's research. Okay. So we talk about the steps of doing research. There are 3 steps. You ask or pose a question. That's the first one. Second, you collect the data to answer the question. And the third is you present an answer to the question. Okay? Parang andali, no? But of course, there are steps to be followed. Each, may mga sub-steps pa yan for you to be able to later present an answer to your question. So when we talk about research, we can summarize it with R, meaning you have to be reliable. Okay? You have to get real information from the primary data, from thesis, dissertation, journal articles. It should be encompassing, meaning it should go beyond. Go beyond the informations that you have, that you will be collecting later on. It should be scientific. Hindi yung basta-basta gagawin mo lang, and there are procedures to follow. You have to be able to engage with your professor, your teacher, for you to be able to write the paper really well. Kulang ng tito. So for your advancement, so that later on, you will tell yourself that, wow, I have been able to have created my own research paper. Rigorous, it will take time. You have to be disciplined. You have to be patient. C, it's complex. Okay? Mahirap. And H, it's a higher level of knowledge. And that's why you're doing research. Okay. So far, can you give me a thumbs up if our discussion is clear? Okay, sige. Okay, we move on. So, this is the boring part. Okay? Because the theories, no? Later on pa, kayong magsusulat na at gagawa, but we need to be able to understand. Since practical research 1 is qualitative research, we have to be able to explain what it is all about. So it will explore human experiences, the behaviors, and the social phenomena through non-numerical data. Again, walang numbers, walang statistical data, walang statistical tools. So you will do interviews, observations, and text. Okay? The words, word descriptions, to understand how and why people think, feel, and act in specific contexts. You will answer the questions how and why, and not what. Okay? So in terms of the data collection methods, the common methods that you will be using would be interviews, focus group discussion, field observations, document analysis, and case studies. The data would be descriptive, okay? Hindi numbers, often in the form of words, images, or artifacts rather than numbers. So the design that you will be doing, primarily, it could either be phenomenology, ethnography, grounded theory, case study. Walang namang gumagawa ng narrative research sa senior high school, but it's either phenomenology, ethnography, or a case study. Grounded theory, yan yung most difficult part because you get the literature. You don't get immediately the literature. You only get the literature after you have made your interview. And of course, you'll be doing data analysis and the output, which is very important. And when we do research, we're doing it because we humans are naturally curious. Just like now, no, you have so many questions in mind that need to be answered. And one model being used is what we call the inquiry model. You plan, you retrieve information, you process it, you create, you share it, and later on you evaluate it. And that's why the evolution made us the ultimate learning machines. And the ultimate learning machines need to be coiled by curiosity. And evolution made us the ultimate learning machines, and the ultimate learning machines need a healthy dash of curiosity to help us take full advantage of this learning capacity that we have. And that's why we are using the inquiry-based learning as a form of active learning that starts by asking a question, okay, the problems or the scenario, rather than simply presenting the facts or portraying a smooth path to knowledge. So here are some of the importance of research which we're going to talk about. Okay, tapos na yan, yung inquiry kanina. And even Albert Einstein said, imagination is the highest form of research that we can do. A DNA nanobot was created that can target and kill cancer cells. A nanobot, you know, it's so small. No? Ito, galing. A nanobot. Scientists at the MIT created a robotic fish in order to help study the ocean life. And Doha, Qatar, they have invented the 5G flying taxi. In UK, this was in 2021, the driverless cars, but now it's meron na sila including in the United States of America, in California. And McDonald's, I just got this information earlier, and how McDonald's process data analysis, okay, to improve their data through sales. Okay, so they identify the problem. So McDonald's noticed customers were waiting too long at the drive-thru, especially during the peak hours. Okay, totoo yan. So they collect the data. They gather data from drive-thru transaction times, from their systems. They also get the customer feedback. Next was to clean the data. Now, they fix the errors like duplicate orders, missing data. They explore the data. They try to build a model out of it. So McDonald's used the machine learning to predict demand and optimize the operations. So McDonald's used AI to predict the peak hours and optimize the food preparation. And then they evaluate the model. And then they share these insights. And what was the result? Okay, 35% faster drive-thru experience and happier customers. Okay, galing, no? This is what research can do. Okay, so how McDonald's use data to improve their drive-thru sales? Okay, so nag-increase sila to 35%. So that's why research is creating a new knowledge, according to Neil Armstrong. Okay. And so I think we'll have to end with that part of our discussion, and we will continue on in our next meeting. Okay, so please switch on your camera so we can take a photo all together, because we will be sending this to the vice principal. Okay, sige. Okay, sige. We will take a photo. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you very much, everyone. I'm gonna see you in class. Bye.
Bye, sir.
Bye, sir.